Everybody. This is Paul Romero with the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 98. And my apologies this morning. Boy, time has really flown by. Making my coffee and turn around, it's already 8:02. Fair warning, everybody, this is a holiday, but I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days that just flies by with time. So already this morning, I just in the blink of an eye, it seems like more than an hour and a half has gone by. I'm like, what's going on here? So enjoy your holiday. Then, and this is President's Day, and get out there. And I say get out there and mingle and pass along your message of what exciting new business you're in and how it's something that anybody can do, and how, when you subtract out the time that you put in for sleeping and the time that you put in for commuting and the time that you put in for working and the time that you put in running around all day long doing all the things that you have to get done just to maintain and keep this life moving forward, that at the end of the day, most people have maybe 1 to 2 hours for themselves to do the things that they like to do. And when they look at it, even if they had more time to do those things, they probably don't have the money to be able to do them. So share this exciting new business that you've gotten yourself into that is so simple that anyone can do it, that doesn't take any selling, and the best part is doesn't require a lot of your time, because obviously you don't have a lot of time. After you subtract out all that stuff and you got 1 or 2 hours for yourself to do the things you like to do, you don't have much time at all. So today is a holiday. Nobody's working, so you're not going to be unless you're hanging out with some of your coworkers. Most people are going to be hanging out with family and friends, but it's a great way, a great opportunity. Holidays are a great opportunity to share with other people what it is you're doing, your excitement about what you're doing. And in fact, that's what chapter 7 in the Own Your Life Plan book, because this is Own Your Life Monday. Oh, that's what I should change change that to Create Your Life. Oh, I just said it. Oh my God. This is this is Own Your Life New Op Day. Sorry about that little faux pas there. When you make a change, there's a sequence of events you have to go through, because first of all, you don't even know you have to make this change because you aren't aware of what this change is, and you're in a state of what they call conscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know, right? Then you become aware. It's like, oh, wow, look at information here. This is good information. And now you are consciously consciously incompetent, because now you know something, but you're not applying. You just know what it is. You become aware. The third step is now you become consciously competent. This is where I am right now with our word transition here, and that is you have to think about it. It doesn't happen automatically. Every time you do it, you have to think about it. It's just like, let's say you moved, right? You moved to a new neighborhood. Well, your job is still in the same place, but now when you leave for work, you have to go a different way. Then you have to think, which way do I have to go here? I got to turn left on this street, and then I got to turn right on this street, and then I got to get out to and head down to the freeway, and then I'm on my way, right? And then when you come home, you got to think, I got to go up this street, and when am I supposed to turn? Oh yeah, I got to turn here, and then I got to turn where? Oh yeah, here, and then I got to turn here, right? So this is where you're consciously competent. where consciously incompetent. No, I'm sorry. This is where you're consciously competent, where you know what you have to do, and you're doing it, but you got to think about it every time. But then after a while, you've done it enough times. You've traveled this route back and forth to work enough times that you just get up in the morning, you hop in the car, you got your coffee there, you turn the radio on, you're headed down the road, you're thinking about something else, and the next thing you know, you're at work and you're like, how did I get here? Just like, and that is when you become unconsciously competent. That is when it's automatic. And so right now with this word transition that we're going through, that horrible named day will slip out every once in a while, that we have replaced with New Op Day, because New Op Day is the beginning of a new, strong 7-day session with nothing but new opportunities in front of you to make something happen. Exciting, yes? So today we're getting into, again, Own Your Life Plan, New Op Day, and we're moving on to Chapter 7, which is napkin presentation number 6. Excuse me, I tickle my nose. Which is the third-party invitation. So we talked about in Chapter 6 and the napkin presentation number 5, the gold ships. Okay, who are the people that you're going to want to be working with, right? We were analyzing this a little bit last night, in that everybody's probably going to come into this pretty much as a silver ship. You're only going to have a very rare somebody that's really going to grasp it all, just take off running with it, and really be a gold ship right out of the gate. That's going to be a rarity. And, you're probably going to have a few people that come in that are excited for a day and end up really never doing nothing and really are empty ships. So for the most part, silver ships are what you're going to be working with. And these are the people that are excited, they want to do this, but they don't know what to do. And you really have to work with your people. That's what sponsoring is. It's not just about, hey, this is what it is, there it is, go do it, good luck, I'll call you in a week, right? That's not sponsoring. Sponsoring is, hey, look, this is what it is, this is what you're going to do, let me show you how you're going to do it, let's do this together, who are we going to talk to, blah, blah, blah. This is you helping your people. This is how you build your organization. So you're probably going to be working with a lot of gold ships. A lot of silver ships. Chapter 7 is the third-party invitation. Now, this is how he represents bringing people into the organization as launching ships. And he says you have to launch some ships. If you launched only one ship and it returned empty, what good would it be at all to have your ship come in, right? You launch only one ship, it goes out there, and you're waiting on the docks for your ship to come in, and it comes back and it's empty. Well, what good did that do, right? So he talks about launching a lot of ships, and some of them will sink and some of them will float. And the ones that float, if it sinks, it sinks. So what, right? Nothing you can do about it. Oh well, next. But if it floats, then you send it out and you help it to become one of the gold carrying vessels that will eventually return and your ship will come in. So that's sort of where it ties in. This third-party invitation is all about launching ships. So what he talks about here is, he says prospecting is the subject of this chapter 7. We call prospecting the third-party invitation. It's important that your people know what a third-party invitation is and how to do it. Here's the explanation, right? Okay, you want to invite your buddy Sam into the business, right? Are you just going to go up to Sam and say, hey, Sam, guess what? got this great new business going on, and I think you'd really be good at it. You think, would you be interested in earning, some extra money? Well, Sam's probably going to say, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool, Paul, but yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm not really interested in earning any extra money because Sam doesn't want you to know because you're Sam's friend. He doesn't want you to know that he's in need of extra money. You know what I mean? People want to present the, air of doing okay. So they're not likely to show a whole lot of enthusiasm if you were to ask somebody directly, hey, would you like to earn some extra money? So what the third party invitation does is two things, two really huge things, actually. Number one, it completely eliminates your own fear of rejection, which is huge because that is really the number one. We've talked about this on some earlier hangouts that, that's really the boil it down to element that prevents people from moving forward. So this third party invitation, first of all, eliminates all of your fear of being rejected because it makes it impossible for you to be rejected. They're not going to be saying no to you, you know, and you'll see this in just a second. And then the second thing that this does is it opens it up for people to say yes because they're not saying it for themselves. They're not having to expose themselves a weakness of theirs, a financial weakness. They're not having to expose that to somebody else. They're able to save face and not have to, let someone else know that, yeah, they're in need of some extra money. So the way that the third party invitation goes is that you say, hey, Joe, I got started in this exciting new business and, you might be able to help me. Would you happen to know anyone who would be interested in earning a little extra income or maybe starting a little second business on the side? So do you see what happened there? First of all, I invite Joe to easily say yes, or even if he says no, it's not a big deal. Because do you happen to know anyone, Joe? So I'm not asking him about himself. He doesn't have to expose his own weaknesses, right? He's now thinking, do I know somebody else? Well, in his mind, he's like, yeah, I know somebody else, me, right? I need the extra money, but he doesn't have to expose that to you. That's the key thing. Take this out and experiment with it. That's what he talks about next. So, because the thing is, it says, did you notice I'm not asking that I'm asking about a third party, anyone. I'm asking Joe if he knows anyone. Not asking about Joe, not asking him if he needs it. That's the cool thing. It invites him to accept, at least accept, whether he's accepting it as a no or he's accepting it as a yes, he's at least accepting your thing and he's not just saying, oh no, I'm fine, thanks a lot. So a little experiment to try this, to see what the power of this is in your day today, on your way to the park or wherever you're going, to hang out with your family. And while you're there, the people that you're hanging out with, throw this out at a few people and see the reactions that you get. You're going to be amazed. And like you stop in the store to get a bag of ice, right? You're at the cash register and you're talking with the gal and you make a little conversation, blah blah. And you say, I got started in this new exciting business. You wouldn't happen to know anybody that needs to make a little extra money, do you? Just see what happens. See what they say. Watch their reaction. It's quite likely that they're going to say, "Oh, really? What is it?" Because they themselves want to know. Okay? So now while you're catching these people in the middle of their day and their busyness and whatnot, you don't want to get into this big old conversation of explaining everything of what this is all about. But you can, if they have a little bit of time, if they're not backed up in a line or whatnot, you can sort of get a little general conversation going and be direct. Just say, do you know anything about network marketing? If they say yes, you can be like, oh, wow, really? What do you know about it? Ask them what they know about it, because quite likely they have a convoluted view of what network marketing is, and this will give you the opportunity in some general conversation here to correct some of their misconceptions. All right. And if they say no, of course, you can basically just start going into a few of the things from chapter 1. We talked about chapter 1, the importance of the information there. And you can start going into the general conversation and giving them a few tidbits. You don't want to go crazy here. Like I said, don't want to spew out a whole bunch of information that's going to give them the opportunity to say no on the spot. You just want to give them just a couple of tidbits of information that's going to tease them into wanting to hear more. Does that make sense? So be very, very careful of how much information you really try to pour out on them. You just want to give them a little bit, entice their imagination, and build a little exciting thought in their mind, and that's really about it. I mean, you could, if somebody says no, you could say, well, oh my gosh, it's like a $1.6 billion a year business, and it's like so easy that anybody can do it. I'd love to tell you some more about it. Would you like to hear some more about, would you like to hear some more about it? Oh yeah, well, I'd love to. Here's my card. Can I get your phone number? And I can call you. What time do you get off work? Great, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you a call at 6 o'clock this evening, and we can talk about it some more. Or maybe if you have the Own Your Life Plan website on your card, you can say, oh, here's my card. You know what? Go to this little website on the back, and there's 4 very short chapters of a little book that's kind of our training manual. Go there and read that. See what you think about, and then when do you think you'd be able to do that? This evening? So if I give you a call at 10 o'clock tonight, you will have read the 4 chapters. Okay, great. I'll give you a call. Whatever the case is, move it along. So how to avoid prospecting? Well, if you follow the training the way it's laid out for you, you won't have to prospect. Because actually, when you bring a few people into your organization, and then they're bringing more people into your organization, you're going to end up talking to other people. It's just natural how it is, and you're probably going to start finding some more of your people out there once you've got other people bringing in people to your organization. The fear of rejection, as I talked about, I got to get going on here. We're running out of time. The fear of rejection, that was the key element that this third-party invitation eliminates. We all don't like to be rejected. I mean, think back to the high school dance, right? There's somebody that there's basically 2 kinds of people. One guy's going to walk across the room to ask a girl to dance. First time he's ever been to a dance, right? He's going to walk across the room, ask a girl to dance, right? She's going to say no. He's going to be rejected. He's going to be down. He's going to slump back to his corner. He's never going to ask another girl to dance, right? The whole night. Never going to ask another girl to dance the whole night, because he'll tell you, swear up and down, that everybody in the whole room saw that rejection, saw him get shot down, and the pain and embarrassment of it all is going to prevent him from trying it again. Then there's the other guy, and this guy's, and these are the kinds of people that are your gold, that are your silver ships. These are the kinds of people we have to work with. Are the people that are vulnerable to this sort of position. Now, an instantaneous gold ship would be the type of person who would walk across the room and ask a girl to dance, and she'd say no, and he'd say, okay, thanks, and he'd go to the next girl, and 2 feet away, and he'd say, would you like to dance? No. Okay, thanks. Next girl, would you like to dance? Until somebody says yes, they want to dance, and this guy, he's going to end up dancing all night long, because he's just going to go from girl to girl to girl, and eventually dance with a lot of girls, or one girl all night, who knows. But that's the kind of person that you're going to find who might be your gold ship. Although you might find this person could have salesman syndrome too. So you better be careful and keep a good rein on these types of people. But the whole idea of the being rejected, with this third party deal here, is that to overcome the fear of rejection, you want to be able to trick your mind so that you'll be able to talk to more people. You do that by picturing yourself standing on the dock. Remember, if you are waiting for your ship to come in, you must have first sent ships out. And that's where we talk about the launching. Where was the whole thing about the oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. So yeah, don't try to shotgun with the proper. No, that's not where it is either. Ah, here we go. Okay, so when you ask somebody if you'd like to, if you know anybody that would like to earn some extra money, basically right there, that's you launching a ship, right? If they say no, I don't know anybody, well, that's fine. If you happen to come across anybody, would you? Here's my card. Would you give me a call or have them give me a call? So if you say, hey, would you happen to know anybody? Maybe you could help me out with my new business. Do you happen to know anybody who could use some extra money, who could like to earn some extra money, or maybe is really interested in trying to find some sort of a second little business that they can get started? Well, no, not really. Did they say no to you? They said no to knowing somebody. They didn't say no to you and your business. So you're not getting rejected here. That's what's kind of really cool about this. So anyway, gosh, time just flew by again. There you go. I'm telling you guys, watch out for time. It's going to be gone today. This day's going to be over before you know it. Be careful, enjoy, have a good time out there. Share your business, launch some ships today. Use the third-party invitation. Hey, I just got started in this pretty new business here, and I'm really excited about it. And I was hoping maybe you might be able to help me out. Do you happen to know anybody that needs to make a little bit of extra money, or maybe wants to start a little secondary business or something like that? Awesome. You do? What is it? Or no? It's probably going to be your answers. Anyway, oh universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. Everybody go out and make it a great new op day. It's a holiday. It's friends and family day. It's a new op day. It's launch some ships day. All right, everybody.